Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of weekly pickups of your host, Polished Gaming. Now this week, once again, we've got more bundles from the same people. So this week, with first one here, we got Sean Paul McEwen. First one we got Jaws Unleashed. Now this one here I got for $40, and on eBay this week, $45.74. So not too bad on the price range there. Pretty interesting one. This, it actually looks like what was that one that was on Maneater? Actually kind of looks like almost this was like could have been the predecessor to Maneater, to be honest. It just looks exactly the same. It's pretty fun. Interesting. And next one here is just absolute garbage. $10 Little Britain I paid for this one. Little Britain the video game. $10 I paid for this one, and on eBay this week $13.89. It is absolute rubbish. I mean, I don't know. I've never watched a single episode of this. I have this on the PSP and on PS2. Threw out of them something else as well, but I'm pretty sure those are the two that I've got it on. Shocker of a game, by the looks. And here's another shocker of a game. Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16. $11 I paid for this game. This one gets a bit of a lull on this one because it's at $34.25 on eBay, which I do not believe any Mary-Kate and Ashley game is ever going to hit that high. So I would probably put this about the $11 range of which I paid for it. And next one here is actually a pretty cool one. You don't see too often. Master of the Universe, He-Man, Defender of Grayskull. Now this one here I paid $29 for. eBay sits this one at $67.87, so not too bad. This looks like a real cool hack and slash game here. Yeah, it looks pretty fun actually. Looks like actually a pretty cool little hack and slash, almost like a God of War kind of style. But yeah, looks pretty interesting. And the next one here is Mike Tyson Heavyweight Boxing. Now this one here I paid $5 for. eBay this week it sits at $13.30, so not too bad there. And the last one for the PS2 from Sean is Monster House. Now this one I paid $14. Yeah, $14 for. Did I pay $14? I'll have a look at that. Yeah, $14. Okay, I thought I said it too. $14, and it was $28.98 on eBay. So not too bad, not too bad. That's all the PS2 games there. And the next one's here. Next one is Winston Dunlop for that one. I will state right now, my PS2 library now sitting at 900. So getting up there pretty high. 900 is the, and I still do have quite a lot left to add to the catalog. Every week I'm putting them in. That's why it's kind of right. I didn't want to put them all in at the same time because we just wouldn't have a tally. We'd have the same tally every week. So yeah, so that's 900 at PS2. So getting there quite a lot on that one. Next one here is from Winston Dunlop. So first one here is Legend of Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. This one here is $15 I paid for it, and $35.78 on eBay. This is actually a pretty fun game. I've played this on 360 and I've got all the achievements except one, because you do have to complete the game with a co-op person at least 90% of the game, which I didn't have the co-op person to complete it with. But fun game. It's actually weirdly an R13, but a PG on this, so don't know why that one is. And next one here is More Game Party. Now this one here I paid $5 for, and it sits at $8.78. Not much to write home about. It pretty much looks like Shuffle Puck and stuff. Or is it Puck Bowling they call? I thought it was Shuffle Puck. And now, this is the one that I was after for a while. I've been after a bit of PS1 for a while, so it's good to get some. Alone in the Dark, first one here. Now that's $20, and on eBay this week it is $31.90. It's 93 cents or 98 cents. Either way, not too bad. And now the next one here is Championship Motocross featuring Ricky Carmichael. This one here was $10, and eBay sits at $11.44, so not too bad. And it's a Ricky Carmichael game. Championship Motocross, they're all pretty much the same. Excalibur. Now this one here is an interesting one. Excalibur 2555, 2555 AD, I'd say. That's the one here. And then this one I paid $30. Sadly, this week it sits at $22.81 on eBay. So a little bit lower on that one, but it's not too bad. It's still pretty good condition. Next one here is Fear Effect. Now that's $45 I paid for that, and $56.52 on eBay. That one is there. This one is actually pretty good because with that it actually completes my Fear Effect set on PS1, because I got Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. Retro Helix, yep. So got both of them now. So that's cool. Always cool to grab a subset to that and finish that one off there. Next one here is another kind of Sticker Fritzy title. Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. Wait a minute. Okay, there it is. And that one there is $10 I paid for it, and $14.41 on eBay this week, so not too bad. Next one here is Premier Manager 2000. Now, this one I paid $10 for. $16.94 for that one, or 44 cents. It's either 44 cents or 94 cents, either one. Pretty close to it. And this one here is Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Now, this one here I paid $70 for. Sits on eBay at $55, but I feel like it's definitely worth the $70 because I've seen this go on Trade Me for $80. So it's a pretty cool one to get. Pretty fun little one, like a Mean Bean machine, but you actually do fighting moves on the bottom of it, so pretty fun. And last but not least on the PS1 here is Vanishing Point. Now this one I paid $10 for, and it sits at $13.73 on eBay. Didn't actually realise here that they actually put the BMWs in, or they actually put the cars in it. It actually looks kind of fun. I do remember seeing this years ago, never playing it, but that is me for this week. With that one, it actually sets me at 554 individual titles for PS1, so I am getting up there. Actually, that might not actually be individual titles because I do have ones. I do have ones where I've got doubles. Actually, if I find Resident Evil, I know I've actually shown you before. Basically, if I'll grab the classics or the Virgin Classic, actually Street Fighter. Yeah, what am I on about? Street Fighter. There you go. I've got this. I've got the classics and the full art version. So I do go. So that is on that one. I do have some that are like that. So I'd probably be more on the lines of around about 530 areas, but still quite high up for the PS1. That puts my total at 5,353. So not too bad. 5,353 games in total. We are getting up to that 5,000. I wouldn't be surprised with all the games that I've got down here for the bundles. Once we add them all, we'll be sitting at 5.5 by the end of it. So stay tuned. We've got some really cool stuff coming up. Yeah, I've actually got some wicked PS1 games next week, so that's going to be fun. And it's from another NZ Retro member, Tyler. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell, get notified on all my videos, and commenting, everything like that. I do try to reply to everything. I'm getting some cool little comments every now and then. You do get a bit of haters every now and then. Maybe a little bit. I might be a bit too old for Pokemon, but you know what? Who gives a damn? It's a hobby. I enjoy hobbies. Hell, I'm probably too old to collect games. Who cares? If you're fun and enjoying it, it's not. I'm not collecting like Barbies. That'll be a bit weird, right? I think that'll be a bit weird. But other than that, who cares? If you collect them, who cares? If you enjoy something and you really enjoy a hobby of it, go for it, I say. There's nothing too obscure. I've collected, I get addictions to everything. I've collected cards, I've collected stamps, I've collected coins, collected games, and I collected a lot. So yeah, I used to collect Transformers. It's a fun job. It's a fun. I've got a real addiction to kind of hobbies like that. So and collecting. So yeah, stay tuned on my journey. Hopefully it gets a little bit bigger when we can get some more stuff and maybe get some better equipment in terms of lighting and cameras and maybe even some microphones. But yeah, that's me for this week. And don't forget to, like I say, don't forget to stay tuned. And we'll see you in the next video. I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day.